Shout out and condolences to all the Mexican fans listening to this podcast, if there are any. I don't know. Somehow I doubt it. I mean, hey, leave a comment if you are from Mexico or Mexican American or you know, and you listen to this podcast. Leave a comment. Tell me I'm tell me I'm racist or something. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Speaking of racism, well, kind of. I don't know. Yeah. There was a there was a hot mic. There was a hot mic at the Buckley Dutchmasters game against our Color High Power last Sunday. The public address announcer. I'm not gonna say who. I'm not gonna say who it is, but I guess he made a comment. Arcola was losing pretty badly in game two after they had just gotten blown out and got 10-run ruled in game one. They lost that first game 16-0, and game two was gonna they were down pretty early, down bad pretty early. They were down 13-0 after three, and then the game ended up being like 18-0. But yeah, and they and there was a comment, because again, with the 10-run rule, if the team's up by 10 after 5 innings, the game's over. So they were talking. I guess there was some conversation going on about there was some conversation about how Arcola probably wants to end this game early too because Mexico and England are playing each other in the World Cup in the round 16 game, which was later that night. And I guess for context, as this public address announcer pointed out, they did have like the stitching of the Mexican flag on the sleeves of their jerseys, which I think they have like a Mexican flag on one sleeve and an American flag on the other. I mean. There are some Hispanic players in that team. They might be from Mexico, might not be. I'm not entirely sure, but or it might be family of people from Mexico. Might not be. I'm not sure. Again, not sure. There's a. I guess one of the fans told them that the mic was on and was like, "Oh no, you're profiling or whatever." But yeah, but I say condolences to all the Mexican fans because I know they that's that night they actually lost. They lost to England that night. So they ended up getting eliminated despite having the home field advantage. Home field advantage. They kind of took a little bit of advantage of. There's some Mexican fans that were shooting fire. Well, at least according to some videos I saw on the internet, there are Mexican fans shooting fireworks at near a hotel that the England team was apparently staying at. So that kept them awake. Despite the England team being kept awake by all those fireworks. Though to be fair, that night was the 4th of July, so maybe they were just celebrating 4th of July, maybe. I mean, I mean, we celebrate Cinco de Mayo, by drinking margaritas and eating tacos and stuff. So I'm sure they, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's nice of us to give them something to something to celebrate, something to give them some culture to appropriate, I guess. Um, but yeah, so I mean, if I don't know. I mean, again, this is another assumption I'm making, and I don't know if any of those players from our color actually care about soccer or care about the Mexican national team or not. So that's if they did, but if they did, then if they did, then they lost 3 games. They lost 3 games that Sunday. Yeah. Um, yeah, and heck, that baseball team hasn't won a game yet. I think they're like 0-12 now. So yeah, pretty rough summer for them. And again, my condolences. My condolences. Yeah. So, but I mean, obviously, Mexicans not in lonely territory. Apparently, yeah, the U.S. Was eliminated the very next night, obviously by Belgium, and uh, so Canada, United States, and Mexico all hosted the World Cup, and now none of us are going to be hoisting that World Cup trophy, no matter how much Donald Trump wants it. Yeah, yeah. It just would not be FIFA without controversy, now would it? I mean, they. Ah, man, hold on a second. Yeah, they. Yeah, I remember after the Bosnia game, Valerian Balogun got a red card against the game, which would have had him suspended for that game against Belgium. But then FIFA was all like, "Yeah, we'll just, yeah, we'll suspend it. We'll suspend the ban. We'll Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know you got a red card, and I know that the rules are that you gotta be suspended for a game after you get a red card, but whatever the rules. Yeah, screw the rules. Screw them. I'll just let you play. Yeah, this was after Donald Trump. I guess just talked to him, maybe bribed him. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I guess he was really convincing. He convinced FIFA to give him like a participation peace prize. So whatever. Boy, yeah, yeah. The NFL is probably looking at that, looking at that whole situation. Granted, you might think it was a bad call to give him red, give what's his name, and the fact that I have to look up this guy's name on my phone tells you how much I've been following this World Cup. Valerian Balogun, yeah, what Balogun did it warrant a red card? I'm not too sure. I'll say it. I think I saw the replay. I didn't watch the game. I haven't watched. Actually, I think I've only watched maybe one game live. Um, yeah, cause I don't have Fox. So, but anyway, um, so yeah, Valerian Balogun had the had the red card. Oh yeah, had the red card, and then Trump directly requested a review of the call with FIFA. Again, requested, bribed him, whatever. But yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it might have been a bad call, but man, does FIFA just look like an ungoverning body. I mean the NCAA and the NFL are both looking at the FIFA's world wheel of discipline and thinking, and you guys think we can't govern? Yeah, yeah, but yeah, that would have been poor boy if USA would have won that game. Oh boy, oh boy. Uh, I don't know how. I mean, maybe leave a comment if you guys are listening. Leave a comment. If you guys, if you guys would celebrate the win, even though they have this, well, this unwritten asterisk next to it. Asterisk. That's yeah. This unwritten asterisk next to it. Yeah. But as it is, it's just funny to me. They went through all this. They went through all this just to get beaten 4-1. Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, I'll be honest. Honestly, as somebody who, as I said before, does not have Fox and hasn't watched any of these games, I don't feel too bad about this. I don't feel too bad about this loss because, I mean, do we? Do we really care about soccer that at all? I'm sure there's plenty of Americans who care about soccer nowadays, but I don't. I don't care about enough to subscribe to Fox One or whatever. So, and and honestly, I think that obviously there's there's probably Americans who probably couldn't tell off size from off brand. Uh, no, that was a terrible joke. Terrible joke. I was trying to do like an Al Michaels thing where he talked about before the game about how before the Miracle on Ice game he talked about how most of those people probably couldn't tell a blue line from a clothesline. But yeah, yeah. Well, I guess I don't know. I guess well, I guess we may not know offsides, but we can offset a red card. Yeah, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. uh, that's yeah, that's bad. But anyway. But yeah, yeah. We were, there. Yeah, you get on social media. There were all sorts of people wanting the USA to win so we could finally be good at soccer. That we could have something else to be good at. But but honestly, speaking of hockey, yeah. Does anybody remember that the United States is won a gold medal last winter in the Olympics? Anybody remember that? No. Yeah, maybe we beat Canada, and then everybody put out that little GIF. What the fuck is a kilometer? Yeah, well, yeah, obviously everybody, yeah, obviously that GIF would have come back up, but yeah, if the U.S. had won, but yeah, we're yeah. We're not a soccer country. I mean, yeah, I guess obviously because we call it soccer and not football like everybody else. But yeah, yeah, I'm not calling it football. I'm calling American football football, and I ain't calling it hand egg no matter how much the Europeans beg me to do it. But yeah, yeah. I guess all the newbies to the game of soccer can. I guess they can now stop pretending that they like the game of soccer. So yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, at least they've been relieved of 2 more weeks of pretending to care about soccer. But yeah, and I'm free from wondering whether I should purchase the Fox One app or not. Yeah, I'll save that for the real football season. Yeah, yeah, yeah. In the meantime, am I gonna walk? Am I gonna give a shit about who wins the World Cup? Not really. Not really. I mean, I'm rooting for the White Sox. I'm rooting for a team that's in first place in the American League Central right now. So I think I'm I think I'll have plenty to do in the next in the next 2 weeks and beyond. Yeah, yeah. I'm actually going to a White Sox game on Saturday. Yeah, me and my brothers and some of their buddies are yeah, we're gonna be all packed in a van and head to Chicago to watch the White Sox play the Athletics. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Yeah, and maybe I'll have a few things to. Yeah, maybe it'll give me a few things to talk about next time on my next podcast. Yeah, cause I yeah, do I? Yeah. I mean, I guess I really don't have a whole lot to say. I recently started Uber driving, and yeah, but I don't have really any stories to talk about. I've had a few, yeah, I had a few snafus with the GPS and everything, but all water on the bridge, really. Not no real big stories to talk about, and as far as that's concerned. Um, but yeah. Oh, actually, well, I did go to I did try to pick, I did try to do a delivery at a restaurant that closed, and so I had to cancel the delivery. So, as a result, so yeah, yeah, no, yeah. If anybody from Uber's listening to this, you should probably know that Einstein Bros Bagels closes at 1 p.m. on weekdays. So there's that. Um. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Fourth of July. Yeah, Fourth of July celebrations. Do I have any stories about them? Yeah. Not really. I went to I did my job and went home. I mean, yeah, Friday night I was at GCMS Little League. I guess kind of a scrimmage game. There was like two teams of players from the GCMS Little Leagues playing over at Sibley Field, which is a brand new field. It's a brand new field with well, actually, it's not a brand new field, but it was renovated pretty heavily. I guess they have a fence now. They have these brand new dugouts and a sign over the gate for Sibley Field that says Sibley Field, and the Falcons logo on the dugouts. Yeah, so yeah, it looks new and it looks pretty nice. I mean, it'd be nice to have a scoreboard in the outfield, but yeah, obviously they cost money, so I don't blame them. I mean, yeah, one of the, yeah, I've had at least one different occasion where a fan was asking me what the score was, and I didn't know what the score was, and yeah. I mean, they were keeping score behind the bleachers. There was like one of those little cheap scoreboards that you can keep the score where you can keep the score manually. You couldn't tell you how many balls, strikes, or outs there are, but you could tell the score. And I think you could also tell what inning was. But yeah. Um, but honestly, I mean, honestly, the score is irrelevant. To be quite honest with you, it's a game between. I mean, it was just an exhibition game, really. So, it's just you know played for fun. Played under the lights, which I guess the lights are probably new too. Um, yeah, it's played under the lights and now there's some fireworks. Some people were shooting fireworks after it got dark. Yeah, that's kind of neat. Yeah, I mean I was in Sibley the very next day to take some photos of the parade and some other stuff, but I left around. I didn't stay for the fireworks. I didn't stay for what they claim to be very famous fireworks, which I did last year because I did last year, but and on the way home I ran into somebody from Paxton, and they said they can't they wanted to drive all the way to Sibley because they have the better fireworks. Um, which yeah, they were pretty spectacular, but this year I decided not to because it was there was a whole bunch of there was forecast for rain, which did come. There was a lot of rain. There was some rainy weather, and yeah, I wasn't sticking around for that. And it's either that or it was either stick around or drive to Paxton and then drive back to Sibley, and that would have been a waste of mileage. I wasn't going to do that either. So what I ended up doing was going back to Paxton and then walking over to Bixby Park to watch their fireworks. Um, yeah, yeah. Ate some popcorn. Ate some popcorn from ate some kettle corn from the Myers, which that was nice. It's nice to nice to have a little popcorn when you're watching fireworks. And, I mean it's basically the same kind of the same as being in a movie theater or at least a drive-in theater. Well, without your car. You can, it's dark. A lot of people around. You're just there to watch them something, and yeah. And yeah, I mean, and Paxton, they do their fireworks all right. So, yeah, and yeah, they had fireworks. That's a thing, and it's so it's something to be grateful for because they with all the rain, we didn't even know if they were gonna have it. So, which yeah, yeah, rainy, yeah. Yeah, no fireworks on the fourth on America's 250th birthday. That would have been. Yeah, that would have. Yeah, something about that wouldn't have seemed right. But yeah, it was fun. It's a lot of fun. Um, yeah, so I guess that's about all I have for this week. Like I say, I'm going to the White Sox game. You know, maybe I'll have some things to say about that on my next podcast. Till then, thank you guys for listening. I'll talk to you guys next time. Actually, hold on. I actually had one more thing to say. One more thing to talk about. Going back to the Buckley Dutchmasters doubleheader last Sunday. I came to that place with the tip jar. I don't know if anybody from the stadium noticed. Actually, I know at least one person noticed. I won't say his name, but I guess he at one point he asked if I was gonna perform lap dances for tips, which I mean I'm not that desperate. I'm just gonna say, I'll just say that right now. Um, Unless somebody wants to pay me $1 million for a lap dance, which I'd be crazy not to, wouldn't I? Nah, but honestly, it's just there because for pretty much the same reason that waitresses receive tips for the reason that there's a tip option for at fast food restaurants or at or coffee shops or other places like that. Yeah, yeah, help me out. I mean, as I mentioned last week, the Chronicle was denied the $30,000 tax credit, so we're trying to raise some funds, so any little bit helps. And hey, if anybody wants, if anyone wants extra services, I'm open to ideas. Anybody wants to ride home, like I said, I got my car kind of prepared to give rides. So yeah, anybody needs to ride home from the event, or anybody needs to or whatever. But yeah, I'd be open to it. uh, yeah, okay. All right, now I'm done. Talk to you guys next time.